What does it take to break a system that's already broken? In the heart of a crumbling city, where streetlights flickered and trust was scarce, Aisha Carter walked with purpose. Her heels clicked against the cracked pavement, each step a quiet rebellion against the world that tried to define her. She was a black woman in her 30s, a lawyer known for taking on cases no one else dared touch. Her reputation preceded her: sharp, relentless, and unafraid. But tonight, as she left her office, the air felt heavy, like the city itself was holding its breath. It started with the headlights. A police cruiser pulled up beside her, its lights flashing but silent. Two officers stepped out, their faces hard, their hands resting on their holsters. Officer Daniels, a man with a permanent sneer, spoke first. "Aisha Carter, you're under arrest for possession of illegal substances." Her heart didn't skip. She'd heard this script before too many times, in too many courtrooms, from too many clients. But now, it was her name they were spitting. "On what grounds?" she asked, her voice calm but edged with steel. Daniels smirked, holding up a small plastic bag with white powder, claiming it was found in her car. She hadn't driven that night. Her car was parked 2 blocks away, untouched. The lie was so blatant, it almost felt lazy. Officer Reed, younger and quieter, avoided her gaze, his fingers twitching nervously. Aisha's eyes narrowed. She knew this game. She'd seen it destroy lives: clients framed, evidence planted, justice twisted into a weapon. But they didn't know who they were dealing with. They cuffed her, the metal biting into her wrists, and drove her to the precinct. The station was a fluorescent-lit maze of arrogance and paperwork. As they processed her, Daniels leaned in, his breath sour. "You people always think you're above the law," he muttered. Aisha didn't flinch. She'd heard worse. But inside, a fire burned: not just anger, but purpose. She'd spent years dismantling cases like this, exposing corrupt cops and freeing the innocent. Now, it was personal. The twist came in the holding cell. A young woman, barely 20, sat in the corner, her eyes red from crying. Her name was Maya, arrested for shoplifting she swore she didn't commit. Aisha recognized her immediately, not from the streets, but from a case file. Maya was the daughter of a judge, a powerful figure who'd been quietly investigating police misconduct. Aisha's mind raced. This wasn't just about her anymore. They were targeting anyone who threatened their system. Maya's fear mirrored Aisha's resolve, and in that moment, a silent pact formed. They weren't just victims, they were a threat. Aisha's chance came the next morning. At her arraignment, she requested to represent herself. The judge, an older man with tired eyes, raised an eyebrow but allowed it. Daniels and Reed sat in the courtroom, smug, expecting her to crumble. They didn't know she'd spent the night piecing together their lies. Her car's GPS records, accessed through her phone, showed it hadn't moved. A street camera, one she'd fought to have installed for a client's case, captured the officers near her car hours before her arrest. And Maya? Her arrest report was riddled with inconsistencies, signed by none other than Daniels. In court, Aisha's voice was a blade, cutting through their facade. She presented the evidence with precision, her questions to the officers relentless. Reed cracked first, his nervous glances turning to stammers as he admitted the bag wasn't hers. Daniel's face reddened, but it was too late. The judge's gavel fell, dismissing the charges. But Aisha wasn't done. She filed a formal complaint, triggering an investigation into the precinct's patterns of misconduct. Maya's father, the judge, ensured it wouldn't be buried. As Aisha walked out of the courthouse, the city felt different, not kinder, but less heavy. She'd exposed the rot, not just for herself, but for Maya, for her clients, for every name on every false report. The system was still broken, but she'd cracked it open, letting light spill in. She wasn't just a lawyer. She was a force, a woman who turned their traps into her triumph. And the city, for once, took a breath. "Yindi,"